Miss Riggs.
Good morning.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, thank you.
All right. Last week we committed to taking steps to ensure your students increase their Zern usage for the week. Based on the Zern usage report for this last week, your first graders increased their Zern usage to about 3.6 lessons for the week. Awesome job.
Thank you.
What did you do to make this happen?
Okay, so I used the timer, Mr. Bailey, to ensure that my students were getting enough time in Zern.
Okay.
And by doing that, I noticed there was an increase, and it's a method that actually worked for me and the children.
Awesome. Way to go. Okay, so today we want to dive into using addition and subtraction within 20 to solve word problems. More specifically, your target was making 10 when one add-in is 9. What do you think your students need to know to achieve mastery in this particular that's chart?
Okay. Addition and subtraction to 10. And they also need to know the relationship of numbers up to 10, like the partners to 10.
Okay. Anything else you can think of?
Yeah, they need to understand how to count on.
Okay.
So counting on.
Okay, and the only thing that I would add to this, well, I have a few things we should probably add.
Okay.
They do need to understand vocabulary in this area. They need to know the meaning of add-in. They also need to have a basic understanding of word problem structure.
Yes.
And the last thing I would add is they do need to have an understanding of connections between concrete, pictorial, and abstract representations using objects, pictures, and equations in the same ideal in this area. Okay, great.
Okay.
So what do you think they need to be able to show
Okay, so
towards mastery?
what they need to show for mastery in this particular concept, for example, if we had a problem like 9 plus 2, the students need to show that they understand how to make 10 by decomposing the second add-in.
Okay.
For example, breaking down this 2 to 1 and 1, and showing that they take one of the ones from the number 2 to create a 10, to make a 10 plus number sentence. So 10 plus 1 equals 11. And then also understanding that this new number sentence, 10 plus 1, has the same value as 9 plus 2, making a true statement, true number sentence.
Okay. Anything else you would add to this?
Also, they need to know how to model what they're doing with the drawing.
Yes. And when we're doing this show, I just want you to always think bite-sized bullet. I appreciate what you put here, but think more in bullet terms.
Okay.
They need to know how to represent their thinking visually.
Yes.
They also need to know how to write an equation.
Yes.
That matches the model, of course. And I would add the last thing, they need to be able to explain their reasoning, whether it be verbally or written. And I do want to add one more thing.
Okay.
They need to have a basic understanding of how to solve word problems. Okay, very good. Okay, so let's take a moment and we're going to look at the exemplars. Let's compare your exemplar to your student exemplar.
Okay, here's mine.
And let's talk about what you notice.
Okay. Now what I've noticed, this is the pile of my students that really got it. I noticed that she was able to create the number line successfully. The drawing was was a great model of what she was taught as far as making the 10 frame and showing the additional ones on the outside of the frame. Successfully created the 10 plus number sentence with no issue. That's this group here.
Okay, awesome job. Okay, so let's separate your work into 3 piles.
Yeah.
The strongest work,
I did it.
partially proficient,
Okay.
and your least proficient pile.
Okay, now my partially proficient didn't have a major issue. One thing that I noticed from them, some of them started their number bonds, but they did not complete the number bonds. Other than that, everything else was on point.
Okay, so
you know.
put that down as a note because we want to include that in our gap statement.
Okay.
Let's write a gap statement
Okay.
together.
Okay. All right. So for my gap statement, I am going to write the students lack for this particular group here. Now you want me to explain? Yeah, these students, they really struggle. Because they seem to have an issue with counting and also representing what they actually did.
Okay.
That's this group here. I'm sorry.
Right.
Here. Yeah, this group.
Okay.
So I'm going to say that they lack number sense.
Okay.
And they do not represent each adding it correctly.
Okay.
So one thing that I would want to do with them is make sure they count correctly as well. So those are the issues that I noticed with them.
Okay, so the only thing I would add is that you want to make sure that they understand how to create the number bonds appropriately.
Okay.
So altogether, what is your gap statement here?
Okay. Students lacking number sense, they do not represent each adding correctly. I want to make sure they understand how to create number bonds appropriately. I want to make sure that they know how to, they understand the 10 frame and that only 10 goes inside of that particular frame.
Okay. So, in your opinion, should we use modeling or guided discourse when we're looking at reteaching here?
I would say both modeling and guided discourse.
Okay, let's take 5 minutes.
Okay.
And let's write out a script.
Okay.
For our reteach.
Okay.
Okay, so let's review the plan for the reteach.
Okay.
Okay.
So for the reteach, the materials that I would have for the students would be the connecting cubes, these 10 frames here, whiteboard, and a marker.
Okay.
And an example sentence that I would give my students is, Jay's mom gave her 9 pencils and her dad gave her 3 pencils. How many pencils does Jay have in all? Okay, and this all will be done in a small group setting.
Awesome. Yeah. Okay. I was wondering if you would do that. Now, the only thing that I would add from my plan to make it stronger is I think you should do a lesson warm-up.
Okay.
I think you should review the numbers 1 through 10 using counters or fingers. Then I think you should do a quick discussion. What does the number 6 mean, or whatever number you choose, and how can we show it with our objects?
Okay.
Okay, and then I think you should come back and reinforce the idea that each number represents a specific quantity. You know, really push that and stamp that for the students. Okay, so let's practice.
Okay.
Okay, so
using my story problem,
okay.
I have Jay's mom gave her 9 pencils. So I would have the students to use these cubes along with the 10 frame. And hopefully this 10 frame would help them to understand only 10 and so forth.
Let's just practice how you're going to present the lessons.
Okay, so Jay's mom gave her 9 pencils. So, boys and girls, we would be placing 9 cubes onto the 10 frame to represent 9 in one color, okay? Then to represent the other number, the number 3, because the second part says her dad gave her 3 pencils. So to represent the number 3, I would use the color red, a different color, no matter what it is. Okay, so I have 1, which completes the 10 frame, making a 10, 2, 3. Now, I'm going to write my original number sentence on this board, 9 plus 3. And I'm going to show what I just did right here, however, breaking it down in a number bind. I would decompose that 3 to the 1, which is right here, and represent the other 2. Okay, next what I would do is take the 9 plus 1 and circle it. And notice, boys and girls, that I circled that plus sign. That's to remind us that we are adding, okay? So now we've created another number sentence. 9 plus 1 equals 10. So I would place my 10 here, plus the leftover 2 from the 3. 10 plus 2, we know, and we can easily see with my model that 10 plus 2 is 12. Therefore, 9 plus 3 is 12. Any questions, boys and girls?
Okay, so do you believe this plan will help us in meeting our goal here?
I really do.
Okay.
I really do, because it'll keep them focused. A lot of students have issues with putting too many in the 10 frame or not enough in the 10 frame.
Okay.
So I think this is going to help them, and then showing them the actual breaking down of the number into a number bind and representing it with the model.
Okay,
as well.
so let's write down our action steps in order. Remember to start with the warm-up.
Okay. Okay, so with the warm-up, do you want to do this part as well?
No, just the warm-up,
Okay.
and I'll go into your part
Okay.
for guided practice.
Okay.
Okay, great. So when do you plan on reteaching?
Tomorrow, I plan on reteaching.
Okay. Is it okay that I come and visit?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
And when will you be able to share the data from the reteach with me?
Okay, so tomorrow I'll reteach the day after.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what time can we say? That's
How
your
about,
prep time.
around 1:50.
1:50.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's set the date. Let's make it happen. Good
It's
job.
happening.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you so much.